Insanity, insanity, whatever happened to humanity? Ooh.
Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I just got done doing 2 reviews, okay? So I was feeling a little tired, okay? So G Fuel helps me get that adrenaline back. Okay. I'm excited because I really want to review this game, okay? You guys see it? Okay. The Suffering is a first and third person survival horror game that has been published by Surreal Games. The Suffering centers on the story of Torque, a prisoner on death row for murdering his ex-wife and 2 children, a crime he possesses no memory of committing. Shortly after he arrives in Abbott State's penitentiary on Carnet Island, off the coast of Maryland, an earthquake hits the island, resulting in the prison being attacked by supernatural threats. Torque attempts to fight his way to freedom while confronting his own personal demons, all while attempting to remember what really happened to his family. What the fuck was this? What was this game? Okay, this game, I'm geeking out. This game was great. This game was good. This game was satisfyingly energizing in a way where I was intertwined with the horror, I was intertwined with the action, the blood and gore, just everything was just, it was just an embodiment of yumminess, of just so much. Look at this. Look at this. This game was great. I'm actually a little mad that I did not know of nothing about this game existing until recently. This game came out on the Xbox and the PS2, but at the same time, I was very pleased that I found out about The Suffering. The Suffering pulled me into the point where survival horror games need to look at stuff like this. I mean, for Christ's sakes, this is like what happens if Grand Theft Auto and yeah, it's a lot of Rockstar games. I'm gonna have to compare this to Grand Theft Auto, Manhunt, shit. We could put the Multiverse of Madness in this damn game too, and then we could put Evil Dead in that damn blender, blend that shit up, drink it, and then you got this goddamn game. This game was very, very traumatizing to the point where I wanted more of it, which is what you would call my beautiful madness. This game is a very good hellish ride when it comes to even the exploration of the game. I'm surprised by this game being on the PS2 of just how free-like this game is when it comes to you exploring this penitentiary. Just me seeing everybody being mutated, people losing their fucking minds, people running around the goddamn place and just screaming for help, help me, ah, 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 and then cops losing their minds and just committing suicide, shooting other prisoners and stuff like that. And then at the same time, you begin to go a little insane as well by you seeing visions of your family, visions of your kid. There are times where I saw like my dead son like wanting to play tag with me, running around the goddamn place and just, you know, luring me towards traps where other monsters or just other people are just there to just ambush me. This game has so much good creative fear to it, to the point where they don't want to be focused on jump scares or this nasty looking monster for you to shoot at them. But they want to also show you that this game is very good when it comes to the atmospheric aspect of you just getting pulled in, of how creepy the environment is and how they can take advantage of that by having cops, having inmates, having monsters, and having yourself be in this trope of madness and seeing how it all gonna play out. And by you being the gamer, you being the viewer, you being the consumer, and you being the victim, it played perfectly. Now, as you begin to explore this game, you begin to know more about Torque. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? And if he is a bad guy, then he had a reason for what he did. Or maybe it's just a visionary aspect of what happened, what really happened. Did he really kill his family? Or did someone come to the house and murder his family, and he killed that guy off self-defense, and he just went completely apeshit? He just lost all source of memory of what really happened. Or did something else happen? We want to know more about Torque's history. We want to know more about his family and just what drew him into this madness and what got him into this penitentiary in the first place. You gotta pay attention to not just the story, but also the collectibles that you find into the game, like dying messages, voicemails, or just phone calls that you receive throughout the damn game itself. It's pretty twisted, but as a horror game like this, they don't lose its touch by you being in the edge of your seat and you just being on your toes. I like that about this game, to the point where even the collectibles makes me feel uncomfortable. The gameplay, oh damn mercy. The gameplay is just as crazy, just as fucked up, just as I can't even find a word. I can't even find the third word, so excuse that part. Just scratch that out. The gameplay is very, very intense. Now you have these enemies, these mutated enemies, that is, just picture the enemies of Silent Hill and Dead Space get formed up together into a very delusional state and just get a little sprinkle of doom into it. That's how these enemies look. Now you have varieties of weapons. You can use a revolver, you can dual wield revolvers, you can have an AK-47, you can have a grenade launcher, you can have so many weapons on this game, and they're not just spring chicken weapons. These weapons take a lot of damage, satisfying damage. You can blow fucking enemies away, monsters, humans, cops, anybody that stands in your way, you can obliterate them. And I like that a lot, because by this game being a survival horror, you gotta be very careful of just where you go to, like the locker rooms or the shower heads and stuff, because there are different types of enemies in these areas, so you have to find different ways to attack. Me, I like using a revolver, especially when I use it in the first person range. And that's just if you just play as Torque. Did I mention that Torque can transform? I did. Well, he can transform. He can transform to a monster too, which is the main strength that this game is suffering in the first place. Now this monster, it kind of does give me Summoner vibes, because you can transform and then you can do an enormous amount of damage, but unlike Summoner, you can rip people apart. You can do specials, you can do devastating attacks, but at the same time, my only fault on this game is the fact that you can't stay in this mode for so long. It has a time limit span and you can't take too much damage. And I hate the fact that your health actually indicates the same length as the health as a regular character. I thought that by you transforming to this mutated creature, it has its own health. But that's not a flaw, it's just something that needs to be mentioned, because it makes sense. This monster is Torque, so they both have the same type of health. So by me saying, no, I wish they had the same type of health, that's like saying that Superman should have the same type of health as Clark Kent. But overall, this game is very good when it comes to the survival tactics, the horror elements, just the fear aspects, and just you getting pulled in by the atmospheric levels and just seeing how fucked up this asylum, this penitentiary is. It was giving me, man, this game has a lot of your references now. Because I just thought about, I forgot about the damn name of the game. Outlast. It gave me Outlast vibes too. But this game is great, especially the ending. There are multiple endings on this game, so make sure you play this game in a discretion that has common sense. So that's all I have to say. I need to go back and play this shit, because I unlocked one of the endings and I wasn't satisfied with it, so I'm going to try to get the great ending. So please stay tuned for my next review of the second one, because I am definitely going to be reviewing that one pretty soon. I'm going to have to give The Suffering an A+. Holly jolly me, I'll always find good games and bring it to my family. That was right off the top too. I'm sorry, I'm just a little geeked out right now. I'm drinking GPU. I be this way either when I'm drinking liquor, or when I'm smoking weed, or when I'm drinking this. And this is my flavor right here. Sour Blue Chug Rug. I actually like this flavor. It's sweet, but it gives you that sour sensation in the end. It's weird, but at the same time, I like it. But other than that, that's all I got to say for today. Please stay tuned for more. Boy, man, I gotta wait for the bell. There we go. I can't go ahead of the bell, all right? Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Please stay tuned for more upcoming game reviews and videos headed your way. This is Hugo, your critic teacher, and you guys have a good day.